You are watching All Things Real Estate and More with Ann-Riley Caldwell, with a brand new episode on loss of use and living expenses.
Hey, I'm Ann-Riley Caldwell, and I'm a local realtor here in the Nashville, Middle Tennessee area, and we are back with another episode of All Things Real Estate, and I'm here with Kevin Clingan of Cleveland Insurance Group, and we're going to talk about a topic that probably didn't come up super often in most people's minds, but some things happen, and we have a loss of use of our property and some other living expense issues that need to be covered. So take it away.
So take it away. The exciting things of
That's right.
homeowners coverage and the fun part of real estate,
Right.
the responsibility of homeowners. So your homeowner's insurance policy will include what's called additional living expense coverage. That will be a dollar amount, and it's typically a percentage of your dwelling coverage, like most of these are. And what that is meant to do is cover expenses in case you can't live in your home.
Okay.
Tree falls on the roof and there's a big hole and you just can't live there. I actually have a client right now that's out of her home because her kitchen is torn up and she can't live there. So what the living expense provision does is it provides coverage up to that stated amount of any additional incurred expense that you have because you're not living at home.
Okay.
For example, you have a hotel. You have to go and stay in a hotel. Well, that hotel cost is in addition to your normal mortgage.
Right.
So the coverage would cover that additional expense of the hotel. Groceries. Well, you're going to buy groceries even if you're living at home. And so buying groceries would not be an additional expense, it's a normal expense.
Okay.
And so typically it's not going to cover that. Now it may, today we had a claim that what we did do is buy that first round of groceries for this lady because she had to leave her home pretty quickly, and so we're covering that for her. But ongoing, that would not be an additional expense.
Okay.
And typically that's going to be a few tens of thousands of dollars that would cover.
Okay.
So it's not designed to stretch the homeowner and to make them really concerned about being able to live in a safe, secure place just like they are when they're at home.
Right.
But it's also not designed for them to go live in the Waldorf, in the penthouse, and have room service it's normal living expenses.
Right.
and the additional expenses that you get because you can't live at home.
Yeah. One of my really good friends, their house, thankfully while they were out shopping and doing some other stuff, but unfortunately caught on fire.
Yep.
And they had to rebuild the whole thing. And that was like I think a 7-month process.
Right.
It drug on forever.
Right,
And
yeah.
so they had to go actually rent a home because it was going to be so long before that whole structure could be rebuilt.
Right.
And so they took great advantage in a good way.
Absolutely.
Of that, because they had to rent a home for 7 months. They had to buy all new clothes, like everything.
Right.
was pretty much
And
gone.
that's what it's for, right? And one thing I tell my clients is that you're not taking advantage of the policies that you're paying for. But remember that there will be safety guards in there so that you can't take advantage of the policy that you're paying for, right?
There's advantage and then there's advantage.
Yes, exactly. But that's what it's designed to do.
Right.
And in a 7-month period is a very long time, and it takes that, unfortunately, and where we live, finding somebody to rebuild a house is not real easy to do.
Right.
So that's exactly what it's designed to do.
Okay, perfect.
And there are some nuances in there, but that's when you talk to your agent, and that agent acts as an intermediary with the claims area. And like I said today, we bought the first round of groceries. Actually, we're buying a toaster oven for her as well, so that
That's
she
because
can.
Kevin's a good guy.
Yes.
Kevin advocated.
Yes. Because she has a son that has a specialized diet, and she couldn't go out to eat all of the time.
Right.
So I thought, well, let's get a toaster oven so that you can cook, bake some small meals there in the hotel room.
Oh, that's great.
And the insurance covered that.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, well, when you need a toaster oven, call Kevin.
But only if you're in a hotel room.
If you have an insurance policy with him and you have a loss of use and you need a toaster oven,
Call me.
Kevin will try to hook you.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's awesome. So hopefully that never happens to you, but again, that's why you have a great insurance company to cover you, and just in case. And so that explains if anything should happen, you know what to be asking for and what coverages to be looking at and just being prepared. So anyway, if you have any questions, reach out to Kevin about homeowners insurance, anything about buying and selling real estate, reach out to me because we are here to help you. All right, well, that wraps up another podcast episode, and we're going to be back and talk about some other things related to homeowners insurance.
We hope you enjoyed watching All Things Real Estate and More with Ann-Riley Caldwell. To learn more about Ann-Riley, or for your real estate needs, visit notyourordinaryagent.com or call 615-930-0313. Thanks for watching.